Welcome to the Michigan Man Podcast on Wolverine Sports Radio, a member of the V-Sporto Network, and in partnership with SB Nation's Maize and Brew, for Wolverine fans from coast to coast. Go Blue and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I'm your host, Mike Fitzpatrick. I just wanted to take a few minutes to remind you of our programming schedule for the Citrus Bowl and share a few of my thoughts with you today, sort of a Michigan Man commentary. First, our programming schedule. On Friday's Game Day show, my guest will be the Angel of the Big House, beat writer Angelique Shengelis from the Detroit News. On Monday, our Visitors Edition will publish. Joining us will be the longtime radio voice of Alabama football, Eli Gold. Eli has been in the booth calling the play-by-play for 31 years now. He told me he's never been on a podcast, so we are very happy he decided to make an exception and share his thoughts on this big game with us. With Christmas and New Year's falling in the middle of the week, it has thrown our schedule off, so I just wanted to make sure you knew what was going on, and no, we have not forgotten to air our Citrus Bowl preview shows. I don't usually do this, but I had some time, so I thought I'd throw a bit of a Michigan Man commentary together and share my thoughts on the year. It's the end of another one, and it's the 10th year of doing this show. As I've said before, it is a labor of love. At the end of the year, we tend to look back on the last 12 months, what's happened in our lives, the good and the bad, what we've gained, what we've lost, and who we've lost. It can be a sad time of the year for so many of you. I know the only reason you listen to this show is because you love University of Michigan athletics, and it is such a big part of your life. Being a fan is a great diversion from real life. It takes our minds off of other real-world things we deal with on a daily basis, which is good. This has been a great year on the Michigan athletics scene. So many of our teams have achieved at or near championship levels. Swimming, wrestling, gymnastics, just to name a few. Carol Hutchins and the softball team were oh so good once again. And what about baseball? Coach Eric Bakich and his team took us on a ride in June all the way to the College World Series. We fell short, but what fun it was, and how proud they made us. Coach Beilein in basketball did what they always seem to do, and gave us a winter of pure joy watching them compete and almost make it to the Final Four, just one step away. Thanks, Coach B, for all that you did for us. Coach Juwan Howard seems to have picked up where you left off. It's a different style, but wow, does it look like another fun winter of Michigan hoops. That brings us to football. We opened the season with such high expectations, then fell flat against Wisconsin, fell short against Penn State, and took another one on the chin at home against Ohio State. Many in the fan base are losing faith in the direction of the program. Many of you can't remember beating Ohio State or winning a Big Ten championship. Some of you have even told me, as Michigan fans, we need to lower our expectations. We are a good program, but not elite, and never will be again. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't agree. Part of getting older is that whether it's football or life, we've seen good times, bad times, great wins, bad losses, euphoria, and hopelessness. But we get up every day and start again, knowing the sun will come up and we will survive, and that is the case with Michigan football and Michigan athletics. The dynamics of being a Michigan fan are the same as they are in a family. We all like to think we are part of this great big Michigan family. And like any family, we get irritated with each other, angry, say things we don't mean, hurt each other, and lose hope in each other. But as in any family, we make amends, say we're sorry, and repair what's wrong. We've all seen those t-shirts that say Michigan football is life, and that is so true for many of you. Using the family analogy again, despite our struggles, in the end, being a part of a family means sharing a journey. That journey will have its good and bad times, but we make it together. That will always be the important thing. So as we close another calendar year and season, let's keep perspective. We aren't where we'd like to be as a Michigan football family, but we are making the journey together with Jim Harbaugh and his team. A team I think has a good chance to beat Alabama, and a team I still have high hopes for in the coming years. I know I'm rambling, so I'll close it out. Thank you for being a part of our little podcast. Whether you listen every so often or every week, I do appreciate that you take the time joining me on this journey. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and hope that you are surrounded by those you love on this very special and holy day. As the late great Bob Ufer used to say after a loss, our daubers are down, but we will be back. And I believe that is true for Michigan football, so hang in there. Make sure you join me on Friday with the angel of the big house, Angelique Shingelis, then on Monday with Alabama radio play-by-play voice, Eli Gold. Until we meet again, I'm your host, Mike Fitzpatrick. Take care, and as always, go blue. Thanks for joining us today on The Michigan Man, here on Wolverine Sports Radio, a member of the V Sporto Network, and in partnership with SB Nation's Maize and Brew. Our listener lines are open 24/7 for your calls at 313-263-4842. That's 313-263-4842. Or email us at themichiganmanpodcast@yahoo.com. That's themichiganmanpodcast@yahoo.com. The Michigan Man Podcast is produced at the studios of Robin Lynn Productions, Allen Park, Michigan, and is not affiliated with the University of Michigan. Go Blue!